I arrived at about 4 o'clock Sunday afternoon. And when I got off the plane, I was told to go to a blood bank where they had been asking urgently for people to donate. There were probably about 100 people, but I remember some of the people in line saying that they had gotten there at 10 o'clock that morning. This was about 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and it was blazing hot. The sky opened up and it started to rain, and I remember one woman giving me her umbrella. And I said, well, you need the umbrella. And she said, well, you're the guy going on TV, you should have it. And I thought, here's a lady who's been standing in line since 10 to help somebody she doesn't even know, and she wants to help me with an umbrella. The sky opened, it started pouring, and not one person walked away. Not one person left. And the doors were going to close at 7, and I remember one of the ladies at the blood bank said, we're not closing the doors. We can't close the doors. I can't tell somebody who got here at 10 o'clock to leave. My staff is supposed to be off, but some people had already been on overtime for several hours. What we saw in Orlando was a whole lot of humanity that I think surprised a lot of people. There were these crosses that were set up by a man who made them in the Midwest and then got in his car and drove them here himself. And he lined them all up in this waterfront area across from the hospital. And they were intended to be places where people could go and leave messages. And I remember sitting in front of one of those crosses, and there was a mother of one of the deceased looking at her son's cross. And you know, she appeared to be numb. And a little while later, the father and the grandmother and the brother and the sister all showed up at that cross, and they wrote on it. And I thought, these people are able to have a personal moment with something that was provided by a man they'll never meet, they'll never know, and that man just wanted to do something. And that's when it hit me, when I just sat there sort of quiet, just looking at those crosses. I never cease to be surprised by how helping humanity can be in the worst times.